Greetings, everybody. So, you are playing white. You got this position. You're up a rook against the pawn. So, that seems good. But the problem is, of course, black is only one step away from promotion. And the bishop is covering this very important diagonal, which we want to go into to stop this pawn. So, it's white to play here. And the question is, what's your plan? What's your strategy? How are you going to play it? Well, now you can think about that and pick the right moves. You have to pick the right moves in order to get what you want. The question is, what do you want? Well, now you can pause the video and see, uh, look at this position on your own time. And when you return, I will go everything with you. Go ahead. Okay, here we go. I'll come back. So we want to stop this pawn, but as of course we cannot put the rook here, we will just lose it, and then this will be a queen pretty soon. So we have to be smarter than that. There's no point in putting the knight here either. We will lose that, and we try to stop like this. Oh, then black will play the bishop to b1, and the next move, or in the few moves, we will become a queen. We can get some checks before, but black will just hide somewhere here on the b file, and this will promote, and we will lose this. So what we're looking at, everything is losing so far. So what we should do is we have to start with a check on e4. This is very important for us to proceed in this game. Now black has the opportunity to really mess up if he goes to the d file, d7 or d8. Then we will get a check again, and we will take his bishop and at the same time stop the pawn, and we win this very easily, of course. So black will not do that. He will put his king on f8 or f7. It doesn't really matter. Let's say he put it on f7. This is what he's doing. And now the question is, how do we continue from here? So after looking at this for a while, we realize there is really no good way to stop this pawn. So we have to change focus. We are not playing to win this. We are just playing to save a draw. So that is the plan now. And of course, the question is, how are we going to do it? There's another chance for you here to pause the video if you want to. Go ahead. Okay, here we go. Well, we cannot. We can try this. Rook a4, and the bishop takes, and then we try to put the knight on c2. Because if black takes here, then it's going to be a stalemate. Our king cannot move. But black is not forced to take here. Instead, he will just move his king. And now this knight is really hanging because we are allowing he is allowing the white king to get out. So we are forced to play the knight down here, and all these moves will follow. Black will win this in the end. Let me just show you exactly how this is going. So we're going to take this. We, as playing white, will play to c3. Black will move his king. He will get queen, and we are losing this. So we cannot, after this, we cannot play the rook to a4 right away. But the plan is exactly what we looked at. So how are we going to do that plan? Yes, we are starting with sacrificing the knight. Now he's forced to take it. Otherwise, he will allow us to keep our rook. If he doesn't take it, we will win this. So black will play the bishop to c2. Now, what did we really learn from this? What did we achieve? Well, let's look at this. Now, we have a plan. One plan is to move the rook to e5 in order to put it on a5 later on. Again, black can make a mistake. If he promotes to a queen, he will pin our rook, and at the same time, our king cannot move. So this will also be a stalemate. But after rook e5, black will instead just underpromote to a rook. And now he's threatening a checkmate here. We can try another time to force him, or to trap him by taking our knight here, our rook, sorry, while we are checking. But again, black will not fall for this. Instead, he will play king to g6, and now we are facing a threat here, or checkmate. And in order to stop this, we have to play rook f8, and black will checkmate us in a few moves like this. So, well, we don't have to look further. Of course, this is losing very soon. So, that's not right. To take, we cannot play rook e5 right away, but this is again the right strategy. So in order to perfect this strategy, we have to start with rook e1. Now we are threatening to get the rook here to a1, and then we will just sacrifice on the pawn, and we are done. So after rook e1, the bishop is forced down to b1 to stop, and now we play rook e5. Again, he cannot promote to a queen. He has to under-promote to a rook. But there's a very big difference with the bishop here on b1 instead of c2, as we looked at before. So now white will be able to get a draw out of this. But in order to do that, we have to find the correct move from this position. So last chance to pause the video here and see if you can find out how white has to play to save a draw from this place. Okay, here we go. Well, as this bishop is already putting our king in the corner, we will just go for the stalemate and play rook a5 straight away. If black takes it, it's going to be a draw. And if he tries to save his rook, well, now we're in the position endgame where rook versus a rook and a bishop is actually just what we need to get a draw. So we will start checking. If the king goes back and forward here, we will just go back and forward and check. If it tries to move towards our rook while we are checking, well, we can do some checks like this, and then we just get our king out in the open. And from here, this is just a draw. Black has no chance to win this with only a bishop up, rook and a bishop versus a rook, and the king is out in the open. This is just a draw. So that's how we say the draw from here. So, recap from the beginning. We have to find the idea first that we have to just fight for a draw. First, get the king up here, so he's stopping our king, and we're going for the stalemate. Sacrifice the knight, play a middle move to force the bishop back, and then we play rook e5, stopping the promotion to a queen. Has to take a rook, and then this is just a draw. For black, he cannot win after this great move, rook a5. All right, that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Come back tomorrow for something else. See you then. Bye bye.